grab bags, it's Jade with a breakdown today of a small hotfix that's gone live for Grounded, fixing a couple of cheesy methods of getting resources and hopefully some desync between clients and certain issues. Also going to go over the toxic player that was ruining players' worlds, give you an update what's happening with that, and yes, the future of Grounded is looking even more brighter after a recent interview with the head honcho of Obsidian, him stating that their teams are currently too busy making the games they're making to work on anything else, meaning that Grounded is fully going to get more support in the future. So let's go over the patch notes, leave a like if you find it useful, and look out very soon. I've got my top armor guides coming in and it's going to be using your posts, your poll votes. Look out for the next ones. So just a small bug fix. I contemplated putting it up as just a post, but I thought I'd talk about it as there was a few other things I've kind of been meaning to get to you guys. Improved item desync that can happen on clients when crafting. Wizard's defense no longer procs off bow attacks. I think people were finding that as long as you kept getting the good shots on, you'd have really great damage using a bow while having the wizard's defense on, which was never meant to be the case. It was only meant to be for the staves. This is the one that the cheese in the nerf, or nerfing the cheese. Throwing the Pinchwhacker or Salt Morningstar no longer halves items they shouldn't. Shout out to Paralyzer for this one. I think he did a video a little while ago explaining that yes, you could do this. You could harvest rocks with certain things like that. So go and check his channel out if you haven't seen him. Paralyzer's making some great Grounded content at the moment. Lots of myth busting and giving you a general idea of what he thinks are some of the best weapons and armors in the game. You'll find a link to his channel if somehow you haven't seen it in the comment section down below. SAP collectors no longer incorrectly have take all disabled. Properly syncing Steam online accounts when logging into Xbox Live on Steam builds to allow for Steam friends invite and to not require 2 Steam friends to be Xbox Live friends. Saves with Burgle outside the lab will have him reset his location on load. I know that was an issue that got fixed apparently a couple of updates ago, but maybe there was an issue where it kept happening again or reloading, so it looks like they've fixed that now. So a couple weeks ago I let you guys know about a streamer that basically, or a player, was joining people's worlds and destroying all their bases, kids mostly, affecting them, and then using footage of these kids being upset and doing shorts videos on it. Now, apart from literally maybe like 0.01% who are quite frankly dickheads, a lot of you guys agreed with me that this guy was a piece of crap. Well, guess what? Ever since he actually went and uploaded videos of me using my voice in his shorts, which I then reported, I've actually managed to get him to stop uploading videos. I don't think it'll be permanent. He did about 3 or 4 videos using my voice, reading his comments. But because he used my voice in his video, that is directly something that I can say to YouTube. That's my privacy that someone's impeding on. Not without getting permission anyway. So they removed like 3 or 4 of them videos, I think. He did manage to get another couple videos out, which still using my voice technically, but they're from like the background of a TV. And yeah, what a scumbag. He was basically going over to players' worlds and pretending to be me or pretending I sent him and basically playing me in the background to these poor kids. Him and some of his lackeys also have been threatening me with messages and comments as well, trying to claim they're hacking into my phones and emails. Guys, I've been doing this YouTube game a long time. I've covered Ark, DayZ, Rust. I've played with some of the most toxic gaming communities going. Do you really think I haven't got lots of measures in place to deal with dickheads? But yeah, I don't think his channel's obviously going to be deleted completely because obviously it's still there. But usually what happens when you get a couple of copyright strikes, you get a ban from uploading for maybe like a month. It depends what it is. Depends if it's a community guideline, which they may feel he broke as well. That might also be the reason that they've banned him. So fingers crossed, if he carries on one more time, we'll be able to get him and get the whole channel deleted. It's a small drop in the ocean. There's always going to be griefers and always going to be absolute. But I don't subscribe that you should not deal with something when it comes up. I can't actually deal with every griefer, but certainly when I've come across one who's commenting on my videos, I felt it was appropriate to do something about it. So yes, another warning. Please make sure you don't accept random invites to join your world or play with you in Grounded games. And for sure, don't accept any friend requests or let anyone play with you with yeah boy TKR. Anything like that, he's got a couple of accounts. I'm still working on getting them banned from Xbox, but it does look like they're still up at the moment. Go and watch the rest of the video if you really want to hear more about what was going on with it. But yeah, not cool involving kids like that. So listen, whenever I do a video talking about Grounded's future, like I have done, maybe one in the last 2 months, some of you numbskulls out there, the really negative Nellies, will jump on and go, oh, you're milking this, or oh, they've already said they're not doing this, not doing that. And they really haven't. No one can come with me distinctive proof that Grounded isn't working on content coming for the future. That isn't just hotfixes and quality of life. Now, if you watch my channel a long time, you'll know that I've covered every single Casually Grounded they've done where they've had some news. Whenever they've got Adam speaking or Arik speaking about the future, I've used them clips and actually showed it in previous videos. And that's where I'm so certain we're getting new content and the way they've spoken about stuff that could happen in the future. But some people really can't get that. They really just want to believe the worst. And I don't really understand why you bother. Also, if you try and engage me in that kind of thinking, I'll end up just blocking you because I ain't got time. Like, if you're not enjoying the game, don't watch any videos on it and go and play something different. And then just come back when Grounded does have an update later on this year. This is an interview with Fergus Urquhart. He's like the main man at Obsidian, going over his history working on games like Fallout and just talking about all sorts of stuff with game development. Now, the big headline from this tweet and subsequent article was that he wants to work on another Fallout game. Obsidian used to make the Fallout games, or they made New Vegas, as well as some of the original ones before Bethesda took over and made Fallout 3 and Fallout 4. Bethesda basically licensed New Vegas for them to be made by Obsidian as they were too busy doing Skyrim and other stuff. A lot of people rate Fallout New Vegas as one of the better Fallout games. And for someone that really helped create and do a lot with the original two back in the day, then yeah, he's clearly wanting to work on a new one. So why do you care? You're Grounded fans. Maybe Fallout is just not really relevant. Well, here it is. Is there any chance for a new Fallout from Obsidian to occur? And he answered, we're not working on it right now. Our plate is pretty full with Avowed, Grounded and Outer Worlds 2. I don't know when we're going to start talking about new games, maybe towards the end of next year, i.e. the end of 2023. We'll just have to see what's going on. That's the best way to say it. There's nothing in the plans, nothing on the piece of paper that says, but I'll stick to what I said. I would love to make another Fallout game before I retire. I don't know when that is, but I don't have a date for retirement, yada, 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 yada. So that's the crucial bit for you guys. They're fully working on Grounded still. None of the development team have moved on. Pretty much the whole team are still there. In the past, Grounded have received some help from other members of Obsidian to do certain things, and they've just simply gone back to helping out other game developers. But the core team, the 17 members of staff, are all still working on Grounded. They're not all working on Grounded if all they're ever going to do is just hotfixes and events. There will be substantial content coming in the next year. The other two games they're working on have got their teams, they've got their developers. I can't see any reason why anyone from Grounded would be going over, since Grounded is so small. They employ over 250 people at Obsidian, so yes, Avowed and Outer Worlds 2, which aren't predicted to come until next year or maybe even the year after anyway. There's a long time coming for them games. And so that means Grounded is technically right now the only game that they've got really in active development. Pentiment was just a one-off, a project, a passion project by one of their creative directors. And so Grounded's really the only thing they've got skin in the game in at the moment. So it absolutely makes sense that that would be something they'd focus on more and more for the rest of the year. If you want more of my opinion and thoughts about what could happen with Grounded in the future, go and check out my future updates video where we take a look at some of the locations that may be open to be explored. And that is actually the first update video we've done this year. I've got plenty of my How to Survive Grounded series incoming. I will be looking at other games in the next few days. In fact, got a whole ton as there's a brand new Steam festival showcasing a whole bunch of new building and survival games. But as I said, every week I'm going to have at least 3 to 5 Grounded videos. We get any more news about potential updates, as always, you'll hear it from me first. And I guess I'll see you rat bags later.